Yes, album number 7 from English alt-rock band You Me at 6. This is my 4th album with the band, having caught them with Cavalier Youth in 2014. Sorry to any old school fans, but I have never gotten around to their first 3 albums, though I know they've got some gems that I'm definitely missing out on. I really enjoyed the big sound of Cavalier Youth. Frontman Josh Franceschi showed up a lot of power with his vocals, but there's only one song that stuck with me from that album over the years, and that is Room to Breathe. Huge, epic song, and I don't think I've enjoyed anything else from them as much as that one. I was a little underwhelmed with 2017's Night People. The closing track, Give, was my biggest takeaway from that, and I see that the track Take on the World is their most streamed song, and after giving it another listen, yeah, it's a pretty good song, but it's nothing that's been keeping me coming back. And then they returned in 2018 with 6. Fast Forward showed a real aggressive edge and it made my top 100 of the year, but I haven't touched anything else from the album since. So yeah, this review is coming from a guy who hasn't been that invested in You Me at 6, but they're definitely a band I keep an eye on, and I wasn't gonna let this album pass me by. But I did come into the album with decently low expectations, and because of that, I'm actually pretty pleased with what they've delivered. Not one song on here has me disappointed, though nothing on here that gets me too excited. It's a whole lot of, yeah, not bad, to, hey, this is actually pretty good. The opener, Nice to Me, is about as bad as it gets in my opinion, and it's not even a bad song, it's just a bit grating and repetitive. You really get a taste of the harsh delivery from Josh in the chorus, something he shows throughout the album. Nothing really new from him, I suppose, but I am more into his cleaner sound. I'm not too stoked on the really rough, only if you're nice to me. But I do enjoy the overall heaviness of the track. You get more of that brash delivery on Make Me Feel Alive, a fast 2 minutes of thick bass and crunching guitar, and it sounds great, but again, the chorus is just kinda yelling at you, and that abrasive rock sound doesn't really do it for me, though I do like the I'm so fucking dead inside, and I love the way it scratches to a close. Adrenaline is another one that falls a little shy of really landing a mark on me. You know, it's got this big stomping hook that's hard to ignore, and it works as a decent pump-up song, but other than that, it's pretty unexciting, and it sounds just like what you'd expect on an edgier cut from Imagine Dragons. Huge Believer vibes, and I was not a big fan of that song, though I will say the bass in the second verse of Adrenaline is such a groove. And the closer, What's It Like, this one has been around since the summer of 2019, and I was not too stoked to see it on this new album. That trap-infused breakdown of a hook is not something I care to hear from these guys, but I do enjoy the build-up to it with the love don't live here anymore. And then there's Kill the Mood, super catchy hook. I like the deep humming guitar, and yeah, easy to groove to this one, but I find it a little void of anything else that really grips me. But the remaining 6 songs I would say are a step above the 5 that I've already mentioned. The gritty hook of Beautiful Way has a very infectious pull to it, and I really enjoy the melody and just the line itself with love is a drug, but it never comes with a warning. WYDRN, What You Doing Right Now, has really grown on me. I found it a little shallow at first, one of the most electronically infused songs, definitely much less instrumentally organic, but man, I love the thick synths rumbling through the hook, and then you got that higher pitched synth dancing throughout, and the hook itself just has one of the strongest pulls of the album. Tell me what you're doing right now. And then you got the title track, which takes its time building to one of the most off-your-feet hooks of the album. It really swells up to deliver some real power. A big one at 5 minutes, but I'm into the kind of sci-fi ominous mood throughout the song, and that hook really makes it worth the wait. Glasgow is the other lengthier song, coming close to 6 minutes as it delivers easily the most serious rocker of the album. It spends the chunk of the song riding a soft, slow beat with a very soothing and melancholic melody before coming in hard for a real aggressive final stretch that packs a nice punch. A friend mentioned to me how Voicenotes has some 3 Days Grace vibes, and now every time I hear that guitar in the hook, I can't help but think of them. A real heavy-handed, thick rock sound and a nice, clean, powerful performance from Josh, who steers their sound away from 3 Days Grace on a vocal level. This one definitely feels like one of the most genuine rock songs of the album, and I appreciate Finish What I Started similarly for its straightforward rock approach. Not trying to pull off any tricks, just giving you the bassy verses with some cool percussion. They bring in these dancing guitar notes towards the chorus, which gives you that whoa, and just another gritty and passionate showing from Josh on the vocals. These guys have always been such a vocally dominant band, and while I do tend to prefer Josh's cleaner sound, I feel like this album has helped me gain some more appreciation for the harsher side to his vocals, and I'm not going crazy over any of these songs, but I can't deny that the album stays pretty strong throughout. I've rated each song, crunched the numbers, and I've settled on an overall rating of 6.8. Alright, that wraps it up. Thank you for checking this out. Love a thumbs up if you enjoyed what you saw. Hit the subscribe, I've got more on the way. And leave your thoughts in the comments below, I'd love to chat. I'll see you next time.